On a Brazilian summer's morning, the nation's final day with its icon and inspiration. For hours they queued through the night in Santos for one last moment shared with the footballer who meant so much more than football to them, who brought so much joy. Pausing at the open casket to treasure the glimpse at greatness. On the pitch where the legend of Pelé was born, where the first goals were scored as a 15-year-old, for the club where he spent so much of his career by government decree. Among the final mourners was Lula da Silva, flying in 2 days after being sworn in as Brazil's president. Tender moments were shared with Pelé's family, hugging his son and widow, before remembering the majesty of watching Pelé in his prime.
The world is indebted to Pelé because he had a hard upbringing. He was a black, disenfranchised child, and that never stopped him from becoming such a dignified person. All of that never hindered him from becoming Pelé, despite all the prejudice that surrounded him. He was the best whilst being the most humble.
The lying in state befitted the status attained through 82 years, with the 24-hour wake ending with his coffin carried off the field by members of the military, and leaving the Vila Belmiro Stadium 66 years after entering. To be celebrated through the streets for the final journey and a very public farewell. With the highest honour Brazil affords sports stars, being transported atop a fire engine, just as the team was after the 1970 World Cup through the streets of Brazil, when Pelé became the first and still only winner of 3 World Cups. Images of Pelé as the ultimate winner remained seared on the public consciousness and were ever present on the procession through Santos, which inched through the streets. Crowds flooding and slowing the progress at times. A people not ready to be separated from their hero. At Canal 6, masses gathered, outside the home where Pelé's mother, Celeste Ariantes, still lives. The 100-year-old was not seen on the balcony, but there was a wave from Pelé's sister Lucia, in appreciation at the love of the nation, and why being in this port city put on the map by him was of such significance on a day so important to them.
Pelé represents the world to us. He paved the way for 5 World Cup trophies, putting Brazil on the world stage. Pelé was the brightest star shining worldwide, bringing Santos to stardom in Brazil and to the world.
This send-off through the streets lasted 4 hours before reaching his final resting place on the 9th floor of the world's tallest cemetery, and a burial out of public view in the shadow of the Santos football stadium. It was the family's chance to mourn in private the footballer known far beyond football. A national treasure in Brazil, whose elegance and grace on the pitch and scoring prowess captivated the world, and will forever be a footballing immortal. Eternally, King Pelé. Rob Harris, Sky News.